nhớ rằng cho nên ít chừng sách là nó cũng cái số thọ cũng ít tuần sau ở họ lựa chọn lúc còn học firm cũng cái the communications manager bên lúc còn học firm cũng chỉ tao bây giờ lúc xong cho xong nói ya số bây giờ ít chỉ cho bồi cho chụp lâu chỉ bây lúc còn hỏi ít chỉ khó là ba bên nên tôi cho là ya ba bên nên thon nát tôi cho xử lý bây hai nên máu hai nên blog hay hai nên comment này ya ấy họ nó này kể bây lúc còn học nhớ cho khó tao bây giờ lúc xong lại cứ dùng xe cái cho nên sau tụi cô bảo thì chỉ dùng ốp hàng nên có ở đó còn học firm cứ họ là ý lúc official resettlement agency thay tao thì bây cứ một trái cứ to cho nên do họ the refugee status ở tôi sau bây lúc lúc thì Central Valley nó này giờ bây cứ một trái một to lỡ kia thế và chế thế tuổi như thế bút lỡ vì hai tia bây cũng cho trồng phiếu họ lười thế là do hai tiền cho ba môn bây hoa ECDC là nhờ cũng như ít lúc federal agency là organization là bây cũng cho họ lười công ty công học firm tết họ lựa tới ít lúc resettlement agency này chỉ thu nó cũng như ít lúc chuyên sinh hình thế lúc week nó cũng welcoming week nó là giờ ít lúc anh thì nhớ cho tới thì mình cả nó ở lúc cũng một cha là có số từ cũng giờ cả công ty thế yon trong thơอยู่ได้ neighbors 有朋友或有 refugees like immigrant 我哋做到做到啲佢哋講啦，去check一個，如果安提諾嗰邊yon種係啲，比如出西巴，或者比如一路接路就 OK， 淨係啲，比如係寧得住咯，比如一百比如啲 community， 然後就比如 Central Valley 咯。
My name is Christine Barker and I'm the executive director of Firm, and we are here today to celebrate National Welcoming Week alongside of nonprofits and organizations and communities across the entire country who take this week every year to stop and remind one another and remind ourselves how much better our lives are when we welcome others. And so here at Firm, we are celebrating the grand transformation, the grand reopening of our Family Welcome Center, and we have a number of speakers ready for you to share a little bit more about why we do what we do. So first up, we have Dalia Hussein, who's going to talk to us a little bit about what it means to be a refugee and all of the things that happen before anyone even gets to arrive to the U.S. as a refugee. We hear a lot of words out there in the universe about what a refugee means, but Dalia's here to set us all straight. So, Dalia Hussein, Senior Case Manager with Firm.
Thank you so much. Good morning, everyone. We will talk about refugees. I will maybe introduce you for the term of refugee or the word of refugee. So the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees defines refugees as a people who have fled their countries to escape conflict, violence, or persecution and have sought safety in another country. This brief definition also includes a long process of getting into safe country, to be received at borders, then physically checked, to be placed in a camp, only allowed to leave with a sponsor. During the waiting time, the refugee goes through multi-interviews and document collections until they get approved to be resettled to one of the countries that accept refugees. If it's the United States, then the IOM gets involved to complete the rest of the resettlement process. Then, another round of interviews, security checking, medical checking, culture orientation, and finally booking the flight to the final destination inside America. These steps go along with the affiliate case approval. And if you think that the refugee's journey ends here, I want to tell you that there is another part of hardship waiting for the refugees here. Finding a place to call home, applying for the social security number, work authorization, general reliefs, health insurance, setting appointments for medical checks and school enrollment, and of course, not to mention the language barriers. We know that Firm is helping, but just imagine a refugee that has to go through all these stages within 3 months of arrival. I know that people of Fresno have become more familiar with the word refugee, as have many other parts of California and the United States. But I wonder if we consider the amount of help that refugees need since the second their case gets approval, and even after 1 year. Do we consider what it means to be forced to leave your house, family, country, memories, and all what you worked hard to achieve just to stay alive? Do we consider the difficulties that the refugee has to handle upon arrival and after for a long time? New country, new people, new system, new laws and regulations, and different language that makes access to all these changes even harder. We at Firm feel happy when we receive a new case, but behind the scene, there are sad stories that need support of all kind, including all aspects of mental and financial relief. Thank you so much.
Once again, I'm Christine Barker, Executive Director of Firm. And at a time when national rhetoric around refugees and immigrants is consistently repeating untrue, harmful, and dangerous things about welcoming, we are here today because we choose to welcome. And we celebrate and know in our hearts all the beautiful and good things that welcoming has brought us as a community. And so it is more important now than ever that we continue to demonstrate the welcome that makes Fresno, Fresno, right? We don't get a lot sometimes, but what we have is we have community. We have one another. We have smiles. We have relationships. And so all of us can show our welcome when we're at Costco, when we are getting gas at the gas station, when we are shopping at our neighborhood grocery store. We can smile instead of staring or avoiding eye contact. We can volunteer at Firm or at your kid's school or another place in the community to help welcome newcomers and help show them around and help them learn how things work here. Firm is looking for volunteers with after-school programs to be mentors to young people who have the biggest dreams of being doctors, of being engineers, of being the professionals that our community really, really needs. So we're looking for mentors for young people to help them achieve their dreams and figure out how to work the systems here that are really different than they are in many other countries. We accept donations of furniture at Firm. We're always looking for household items. That could be pots, pans, cups, mugs. It could also be cleaning supplies. We're lucky enough to have a partnership with the food bank for diapers, but families need baby wipes too, right? And so there are so many ways that we can all work together to continue to welcome. We are so grateful for our partnership with ECDC, Ethiopian Community Development Council, that allows us to walk with refugees from day one after 29 years of waiting until refugees found us. But we know here in Fresno, we have incredible judges, we have incredible business owners, we have superintendents and deans and neighbors and friends who we are only lucky enough to know because the U.S. chose to welcome refugees. We choose to welcome in part because we are human, right? And I think an important part of being human is being curious about one another and building trust and building relationships and creatively solving problems to find new solutions. This year is Firm's 30th anniversary, and we are celebrating very soon on October 4th. You can find us on Eventbrite. And the name of our celebration is Home is Possible Here. And so we are so excited to officially open the Family Welcome Center today in continuing to claim and remind one another that families are welcome here, that we welcome in Fresno. And that welcoming refugees and immigrants and everyone to build belonging together is how home has become possible for each and every one of us. So thank you so much for being here today. We have remarks from our local council member next, Nelson Esparza, who represents our district. And after that, today is also National Persian Literature Day in Afghanistan, but that is not necessarily celebrated under the current regime. So in honor and in resistance, we are going to close out with some Persian poetry after Nelson, and then we're going to cut a ribbon. And if you haven't had a tour yet, we're going to do that after that. So next, we have Councilmember Nelson Esparza. Thank you so much for being here.
Good morning, good morning. This microphone works a lot better than the last one, I think. Again, I have the privilege of representing this particular property within District 7, the district that firm calls home. It's an honor to be here today to celebrate yet another milestone that firm has reached by officially opening their Family Welcome Center. I want to congratulate firm and their CEO, Christine Barker, as well as the incredible team that they've assembled here on the campus. Their tireless efforts seem to continually reap great rewards for our communities and push our city in a very, very positive direction by helping so many individuals and families acclimate and adjust to our city. And the Family Welcome Center, really a very fitting name for Fresno, a place that is a big city, the 5th largest city in the world, but never fails to feel like a small town in a lot of ways because of the tight social fabric and tight-knit communities that we have here in the city. And so this Family Welcome Center represents the next step in their ongoing commitment to serving Fresno's refugee and immigrant communities. It reiterates firm's unequivocal commitment to Fresno and to building up our community in a positive way. And since 1994, well before I was elected to the city council, firm has acted as, I would say, a lifeline for many folks who have come to our city, working tirelessly to support Hmong, Laotian, Slavic, African, Syrian, and folks from many other countries, as we just heard from. Christine was telling me about the newest family that came in from El Salvador last night, so we welcome them as well.
We made this happen in Fresno.
Ayon who know ku inu chit saying dia te pe ko khi pe lu Fern Family Welcome Center nữa yom. Cho nên cô bảo cho tận tất cả cũng nói thế à. Lúc tuổi trẻ nó bé cô yo khi chạy to yo refugees or tuổi trẻ theo yo immigrants yom. Xử lý hết tiệt tại China nó mà phiền chống bé yo bé hành mong cô hoặc tiệt chỉ trong một yo hoa refugee status to tới cái mình can nó là đó là đi bé bảo bé in chỉ thâu lò lại cái bé in bảo tiệt cho cái or refugees lý hạt tiệt nên cho nó ye cho cái lu share chấp lại lý yom. Ấy lý nó bé cô bảo tiệt tại China yo bé bây giờ để nó cũng chỉ một trong ba phần này, và cũng chỉ cho cái và bây giờ tuân chỉ đạo là yếm. Ấy giờ nó cũng sáng hôm hôm bây giờ tụi cũngยังmong theo bây giờ ba giờ là ba phầnตัวเชียนnó thì ấy bây giờตัวเชียนnó bây giờ有chỉ có bố cho cho nên ở trong cái ba xử lý hai tiền rồi tụi tôi cho chia này yếm. Ấy là chơi trong căn đâu ya, tụi tôi cho tới khi mình căn nó là chỉ tôi xài hai tiền cho cái và nhiều xe ta lại đi này ý cho cô bảo thế nhở, thôi tôi sau đấy mình cả lần này cũng chỉ cho refugees cũng chỉ cho cái nhiều xe thiên cho xe đầu tràn đầu giả xử lý hai tiền chính yếu, cho dù chấm nhiều một cần đó luôn chỉ bảo thì phiền đó lý giải yếu, chỉ đang đó cái nhà chỉ họ nhiều một cần đó có bảo luôn kỹ tao muốn gì lo lấy hai tiền apply for medical, lấy hai tiền đấy giả xử lý hai tiền hai tiền dùng một chấm nhiều mấy tổng cả diaper đấy nó này yếu, là bây lúc tuổi trẻ nó bây giờ nếu người nhau lúc tuổi trẻ nó cứ ba hủ xì na, ok? Ấy giờ bây giờ cái lúc tuổi trẻ nó giờ lúc tuổi trẻ, ở nên những do hai tiệt, cũngต้องการcái ba mua con họ friend nó thì mua lúc family welcome center những đứa nó yêu chạy to yêu ba cú chính hay thì hay cho sát và ngã đón đứa tôi đâu là nhìn là bắt chạy đâu cú sẽ lọt tàu cho cái hay thì cú cho mình tống cả sát chuông dùng cần đấy cú chỉ bảo cho một họ tin nó là bé cú bắt chạy nó là tàu chính hay thì có ý từ refugee tôi chỉ chia tôi nên tôi chỉ chia là do có họ do hay thì lấy bé hay nên mua tôi tàu bé cho blog cho chỉ cho trong nó lấy chuyện này tống cả cái bán nó sau我现在要忙到真的要得别得去米干呢，我有得有知道我多给你还靠我得就 intimidating 咯，我都有我东家给八天，sau现在我好 from 个样的呢，比较都跟在系网络个种，就我这系留学留哩系得 Arabic Dari ข้ามแม่มุจมบล้อมุจไทยเราก็มัวจ้องเอเจลินาเช่าชิดที่ต้องการเก็บป้าที่กันนั้นเราก็หอบฟังกุญยันแต่เนาะไปเคยย้ายก็จบแล้วจบ North Fresno Street จบไปชาสุนไปถึงต้องย้ายแล้วยีชาอีชีสุนส่วนเช่าชิดที่ไม่ได้จีนเราก็หอบฟังยันแต่เนาะตอนจงป้าเนี่ยเก็บไปดูสินเทอร์เนาะไปยิ่งจะtính có người mấy họ ở thầu này tôi cho này cứ sai nhỏ thế là là tiền này chỉ dùng lấy luôn cái nên muốn chơi nên họ nhớ chơi tỏ này vậy họ chỉ sinh là đi với hai bé cứ sa mua chọn cứ sa cần đợi nhìn cho cần nhiều dầu tất xí nên chỗ nhiều gì họ to nên họ mua nhiều mì nên nó lấy thì chỉ thay dùng thìa để tụi tôi rõ này không nên mà lấy tôn chỉ bé này vậy bây giờ mua chơi ô xí cho nhiều dầu tất xí vậy cái hạt tiền nên họ tôn chỉ nên tụi case worker này là nên chỉ là case worker tao nói thì cái này cũng nhiều chỗ nó xí là cái tao bây giờ ba không xí thì đợi nhìn tôi xí cho lợi to cái tao lợi ho tôi xí này họ tôi này họ lựa cái tiền là cái tao này vậy so wanna make this as welcoming as possible so này cái bọn nó như mua trong cho case worker cứ chống luôn chống trong thì thằng này tôi chỉ này cái như mua này chống giờ bán này thì này vậy and then here so ta hay bé cũng mua diapers phun từ lúc community thế này vậy nó vậy mình made đấy có mua cho bé lúc community ấy tại giờ rồi nó bé chỉ sai cái này cái gì là nhiều shit cho sao ở yon thì diaper cho cái mình nhỏ này vậy để bé cũng mua diapers put out cho lúc community thế and then other than that here we do have a bit of a donation area over here so we have the support here people here donation ta li thế này rồi hay thế này hay cho là lúa là hay thì cho nên họ muốn cái giờ không chia so we have the car seat lo car seat mà cái giờ nên thọ nữa với ta li này rồi so we're always looking for car seats giờ cũng giờ chừng chia giống như thai
có hai car seat mà giờ trong rồi đó cho miệng mà
giờ mà giờ car seat giờ trong rồi cho họ chế cho miệng mà này rồi nhưng mà những nông bê xem mà đi chỉ sang đi cho refugees rồi tôi chia lại cái này tôi cho lại tôi chia lại giờ đợi cái giờ rồi chịu mua này rồi cái cho trong đấy cứ thấy cho người cứ thì cứ chia pin gì thế này cái cứ cái giờ người cứ thọ bê xem mà này cái giờ họ tại này họ mua này là này cứ ngã tới chỗ này là bên trái cái không nói bé cứ mua ý trong ship hàng gì cho bây giờ because stop here. It's a little messy. Hope you guys don't mind. You know, we are prepping for the event, but we have our meeting space here, and then donation.เราไปกู้จ่ายของเราที่เกี่ยถอดตัวนั่นเราไปยิ่งเดินต้องการจะ donation นี่จะเราไปปั้นเทียก็ต้องขอ donation กันเลย yeah